Come and join the Play the Game forums at PlayTheGameCentral.com, the home for Call of Duty Zombies. Safe, my name is Time, and welcome back to Play the Game Central, and welcome to Zombies Lore, the show where we dive deeper into the mysteries of the Call of Duty Zombies universe. But before we get going, if you could show your support for Play the Game by trying to help us get this video to 600 likes. So in this episode of Zombies Lore, we'll be talking about the V2 Winter's Howl. The V2 Winter's Howl. Very little is known about this enigmatic and wondrous weapon, but what we do know is that it is the coolest weapon in the game. The Winter's Howl is a hand cannon that fires massive blasts of a super-cooled substance that resembles liquid nitrogen, but of course we know it's not that simple. The blasted substance instantly freezes the atmosphere in a wide area of effect. It's safe to assume that the substance is a deadly mix between the element 115 and supercooled matter. This mechanism is amazing in the way that it's so cold the freezing effect from the weapon spreads through its target, freezing them from the inside. An initial blast on the target slows them. Then a consecutive shot solidifies the liquid inside and the moisture around the target, effectively turning them into a horrifying frozen statue. It is clear that the Winter's Howl was an attempt to modernize the Group 935's recreation of the ancient Staff of Ice, without, however, the ice gem the staff needed to function. The development of the weapon itself was never completed, and only ever made it through a few physical concepts. The design and build itself is very rudimentary. The current build of the weapon is simply a way to test and develop the mechanism of the freezing technology. Unlike many of the weapons we've seen in the Zombies universe, the Winter's Howl has a benefit from the beginning of the digital age, using built-in circuitry to bolster the weapon's components. This version of the Winter's Howl, the V2, is the one that we see in-game, but it is not actually the only iteration of it. What we're not shown is this. This weapon is actually an earlier version of the Winter's Howl hand cannon. This version is more reminiscent of the Staff of Ice that it's based off, yet is built more like a rifle without a stock, and has a single large tube of its ammunition instead of 3 smaller ones. The V2 version of the Winter's Howl is confirmation that the initial system worked, and that the lethality of the system should now be developed into a more compact housing. This here is the room where the V2 was being tested and developed. Obviously, the tests were successful, leading to the area left with frozen scars. And here is the actual Winter's Howl, among an array of tools used to tinker and tweak to refine its power. The research labs in 5 were the outcome of something called Project Paperclip, a real-life event where after World War II, the United States government snatched up German scientists and had them develop technology for them. In the Zombies universe, these scientists were most likely members of Group 935, and the US government had them continuing their research for them underneath the Pentagon. Scattered around the labs are a remnant of Group 935's technology. It's highly probable that an ex-Group 935 scientist created the Winter's Howl. The scientist in particular could indeed very well be a dubious man dubbed the Pentagon Thief. A man whose history is for another day. Due to a looming pesky worldwide zombie outbreak, the weapon was never completed, as seen by its exposed internal components, although it was functional enough to aid 4 particular men facing the unspeakable odds. Unfortunately, the story of the Winter's Howl is a short one. Its ridiculous power was wielded by few, and maybe one day we may have the chance to blow the dust off this weapon and chill out once more. So that's it for this episode of Zombies Lore. If you have any suggestions of topics that you would like to see me cover, please tell me in the comment section below. And of course guys, if we can get 600 likes on this video, that would be fantastic. So that's it from me today, so safe, my name is Time. I'll live a long time, and I'll see you next time on Play the Game Central. Ta-da.